Hello artists! This video is a little bit different than my other videos. I'm working on a larger project right now, so this is more like a casual sit down and chat type of video, and I hope you like it and stay tuned for a bigger, exciting video that's coming soon. In the meantime, because I know I haven't posted in a little bit, here we have my Illo Sketchbook thing, notebook, and we're going to be using Tombow markers, Tombow, which I've been meaning to do a video just on the markers themselves, but I had this idea for a fun little video. Here are some sketches. These ones I did in the Tombow markers, and then these ones I did in Copic. And here's the page we're going to use. So this video is going to be a little bit different because it's sort of a prompt video. I know people like prompts. So this book, I have had this book since I was like a kid, since I was a little kid, and I asked my mom to find it for me because I thought that it would make a good YouTube video. So it's called The Perfect Match by Wayne Anderson. As you can see, who's this really great illustrator who makes these like really unique and beautiful pieces of art. And so I had this book when I was a little kid, and basically the book is just all of these 4 sections, and then you can like flip through them to make different characters. Now like there are there are proper matches. I think there are a total of, let's see, 12, 14, 16 different characters. And so you can find the 16 different characters, or you can just mix and match, and you can like make your own character. As you can see, there's some water damage at the top of this book also. But what I thought we could do is it would be fun to just like randomly flip through and then pick some like make some completely random character. So just because this book is really unique, I really liked it when I was a little kid. And there's also a section at the back that describes like what the actual like the 16 characters, it like talks about them and things like that. But it's really just a beautiful little illustrated book, and we're gonna create a character based off, but not exactly like some of the characters we can create here. So I'm gonna start flipping through randomly. I think I'm gonna close my eyes, or like look away, and then I'm just going to, this is the hat section. Let's go to this hat, and then we'll just flip through the faces and the bodies and the feet. Delightful. So we have, I know some of these characters, and I don't think we've got any matches, because I think this is the mermaid's hat, and down here is the tooth fairy, but and this is the witch's hat. So I'm just gonna create a character based off of all of these sort of disparate concepts. We're not gonna do exactly like the original piece of art, of course, because I don't want to copy. Wayne Anderson is a really great illustrator, and I'm not gonna copy him exactly, but we're gonna use this as inspiration to design our own character here. And I'm gonna take out, we're gonna do a first sketch of just like what traits we're gonna keep from the original character, and then you know, some of the stuff I think we're gonna nix just so that the character is a little bit more cohesive, because there are a bunch of very different fantasy characters. I've got this blue leaded pen, which is super fun, although this lead does break very easily. So she's got the big nose because she's technically a witch character. She also has quite large ears, although that might just be his style. Her hat is this like bowler hat with shells in it. And she's got they've all got kind of rather short hair, I think, because of the constraints of the book pages. But hers is sort of like flowing. And we can keep that. She also has a bit of like a heart theme going on. So we have hearts here, shells, and like fish on her hat. So this is a fish. And then there are some shells. And there are stars in her pockets. That's of course another one of the characters. And she is holding a crystal ball with a heart in it. So that's kind of nice because it kind of matches. And then wearing a skirt. It's the Tooth Fairy skirt, so it has little triangles on it for teeth. And riding the Tooth Fairy's dragonfly, because all of these characters ride stuff. So I'm already thinking, because I'm a big fan of, I love buggy stuff. I love bugs. I love the outside, the natural world, as it were. And I think it would be super cool to take the ladybug that we have on our chest and then this dragonfly and sort of expand it to the other stuff. So instead of having like the hearts and the shells and the fish and everything, just make it a total like bug theme. He doesn't really have, I think that's also good because it's a departure from all of the other characters. So he doesn't really have like a bug themed character. He has a few bugs throughout, but we're gonna make this like a bug themed character using all of these elements from the book. And I'll show you the book again to point out. So I think the hat, I think we're gonna do, we can still do snails because it's like, you know, they'll just be land snails, and we'll try and figure out some sort of bug to fit in there. This we're just gonna kind of go with like a general face shape, but we'll try and think of something for her ear. And I'll try and give her like a sort of a different aesthetic for her face, but I want to go with like the big nose since that's the most defining feature. And then the bug on her collar. She has stars in her pockets, but we'll try and make those more buggy or naturey or something like that, including with the crystal ball. And then with the feet down here, we're gonna keep a dragonfly type of guy and maybe make something else hanging off of her skirt. If you know me, you know I'm never far from my National Audubon Society Field Guide to Insects and Spiders, which I think can give us some inspiration for what bugs to put on her, since she's going to be bug themed after all. No, I did not play in this, but it is honestly on the shelf behind me. So I have, ooh, let's try to find some fun stuff to put on her. We'll find like, maybe just like a classic monarch, honestly. A monarch butterfly caterpillar. Those are really lovely. We're using that pipe cleaner to hold the page. Don't worry about it. Like a monarch or some other type of caterpillar. Let's see. Ew. I mean, I don't want fleas. I don't want any fleas on her. I don't like those. Ooh, or hoppers. Don't like earwigs either. How about hoppers? We love a good hopper, or like a milkweed. Well, a milkweed bug's pretty classic. I see a lot of milkweed bugs around, and they would be around monarch, so it makes sense to put both of them. Ooh, no. Let's go with one of these redder guys. Ooh. Oh, they look so fun! This is so hard to choose. I don't want to choose like too many, and I want them to be like visually recognizable. Like, I don't know, enough people probably don't know what like something on this page. Those are very fun and cute. Oh, you know what would be fun is if the bugs hanging off, the things hanging off of her dress were like bugs with like little teeth. Okay, we're gonna do that. And then, oh, of course, there's some dragonflies, but we already know that we're gonna put a dragonfly on her, so don't worry about that. And how about like a grasshopper? Like a big grasshopper? Oh, there's so much other stuff in this book that's cool. But I think we're gonna do the grasshopper, like on her hat, where the fish on her hat is in the original sort of design. Okay. These are all my bug inspirations, and we're gonna think about them. Now, I've been watching Bernadette Banner on YouTube. And she does a lot of like, so she's been doing like some Victorian stuff. And so I'm gonna turn this like waistcoat that she's wearing into like a Victorian, it's like a lingerie gown. Because I've watched Bernadette Banner make that very recently. And it has these like great sleeves that like sometimes like tighten up at the wrists. And it's like very lacy, so that might be fun to draw. I say that might because I don't know if it actually will be fun to draw. It might be torturous to draw. And I'm just kind of making up some stuff about it. So I've pretty much completely changed the top. And then we'll do a bit of a waistband. And then instead of her skirt having proper tiers, it's probably just do lace separations like a Victorian sort of style of skirt. So these would just be strips of lace. I've been thinking about how much I want this this lingerie gown that she made. It's so cute, but like I don't have a sewing machine or know how to sew. Although she didn't use a sewing machine, but it did take a very long time to sew. What if they're just like little bugs hanging off of her? I think that would be funny. Although not very Victorian, but don't worry about that. It doesn't need to be Victorian. They have on these little, she has on like little boots. I was also watching a video of someone making like, it was like 18th century heels for Sophia Nygaard. And I kind of like the shape of them a lot. That's not, I don't know if it's quite the right shape, but it's fine. We'll go with like similar to that. We'll go with that. And then we can make them whatever color. We'll work on the colors in a few minutes. I haven't decided what to do with her like crystal ball thing that she has on the original. So let's work on. Should we make her like edgier? We'll give her like more piercings. How about like there's a caterpillar on her ear? How about her ear is a giant caterpillar? And that's where we can put the caterpillar. And we'll do like some little beetle guys on her ear also. We'll just do, you know, let's give her pointy ears. Just to add to the sort of like elven look. What were the other bugs? Okay, we gotta do the hat. So she's got a bowler style hat. And around the rim she's gonna have the snails, which we'll do not just like the sort of classical snail shape instead of I did the swirl the wrong way. We'll do that, and then I'm gonna try and, I've just felt like the grasshopper's like roughly the shape of like the fish. So we're gonna try and do that. Do a grasshopper like this little face. And it's got like the leg that's like a little drumstick. It's got a stick. It's Wings. Okay. Hopefully I can make that clearer at some point. Let's see. We can do... Let's do these more like shaped bugs on her collar instead of the ladybug directly. I'm basing this off of a notch-tipped flower longhorn, which has these long. And that's fun. It's kind of like it's like holding her two sides of her little vestment together. And yeah, these are the guys with the Okay, I spent a while thinking very hard about what she should be holding in her hands, and I decided on just a flower? Not really any real sort of flower, just kind of like a generic orb flower, and then we can do like some bees are going to it, and then there's like a butterfly on it and stuff like that. Also her hair, because I haven't really decided what that should be. It feels like it would be fun. We can make her hair similar to the, not to the wings of, I don't know. Like, I was thinking the wings of a butterfly, how they have those little like tails. Can we do that? No, that looks strange. I just sort of wanted her to have like weird tiered hair. I don't know, maybe there are like lots of bugs in her hair. We'll just give her longer hair, in general. Yeah, I think that's about it. I mean, I designed her. We're gonna do the colors now. So the original, she has sort of green skin because she's a witch, but I'm going to give her just a tan. We're just gonna do some like tan colors and stuff like that. This sketch we're not gonna color all the way. We're just gonna do a little bit of light. Color mock-up type of stuff to see if we can make it go together, because just make her sort of tan. Of course it blends in with the blue. We won't use blue as the coloring for our next one. So we just got that sort of tan color in general for skin, blending out to the like more orangey color, and then we're gonna want to do a lot of like pale pinky for this like complicated dress thing down here. This is just gonna be like pale white and pink and such. Maybe a bit of yellow detailing and for the like shadows, because I don't have that many. I need to get a gray set of these. Be fun if maybe her like shoes and her hat are like both all black or something. Or her shoes are like black and white. Different color of heel. And then we have all the colorful bugs and stuff, which are just gonna be like details. Do I want the hat to be? I don't know if the hat should be black. I think maybe what if it's got like a black stripe and then it's otherwise like lightly colored. Should her hair be black? Maybe her hair should be like dark brown. She's got like brown eyes, and then go for like brown hair. We could give her like, we could make it like blended with like an unnatural color if we wanted to. We do like purple. No, I feel like that's too much. How about like blue? Because like some butterflies are sort of like colored blue. Just make it super like weird. I don't know how I like that. But I think it would be fun because like some butterflies, you know, they have like the blue and the and the emperor butterfly. And then her hat can just be like this. Okay, I think with this, I have a general idea of how I want to color her. I haven't decided on an exact pose. Let's go ahead and... I don't want to do the exact same poses as all the stuff in the book because, well, what's the fun in that? So let's do a little doodle. We want to be able to get all the elements in. Maybe she's like sitting with the flowers and all the bugs can be around her. It's like a nice silhouette. It's like she's like sitting on her feet. And then she can have her flower in front of her. And she's like, maybe she's like looking into it, so it's like representational of like the crystal ball from the first character. I kind of like that. I think her dragonfly still has to be there. He's still got to be like big enough for her to ride around on. She's like a unique witch. She's got her little heel. Okay, let's do something like that. We're gonna do it over here on this side. I have a pink mechanical pencil, assuming the pencil lead comes out enough. I'll have to pick some more cohesive colors for when I actually color this, because my color mock-up is a little bit all over the place. I don't think I'll do the blue in the hair. I decided to make in the center of the flower a little like fairy creature, like a little fairy baby. Maybe she found it. I don't know, maybe it's her baby that she created. Oh god, I just drew on the page on accident. That doesn't usually happen. Hi YouTube! So this is voiceover me again because as I had like sort of designed the character, I just ended up kind of going in and drawing for a while after that and not focusing on talking that much about it. And I also had to remove some audio for the end because you'll see I changed up my plans for this drawing at the end. Anyways, as to the design that I sort of ended up with, I definitely tried to make the colors more cohesive. I did a little bit more just pastel pinks and oranges instead of going with the like blue that I had thought of before. I liked the bugs, although I feel like maybe I needed a little bit more contrast. I maybe should have done more contrast in the folds, but I was just really in love with the idea of the like pale lacy gown. Maybe I could have emphasized some of those folds a little more. But they were super fun to draw, I have to say, so, you know, I'd like to do that again. Another thing that was really nice was the little bugs on her head. The snails in particular, I just like them so much. They just look so happy up there on her head, and I like how they sort of mimic like flowers that might be seen on a more like traditional sun hat, or bowler sun hat, as this may be. So the hair, I was starting with this sort of coily, curly type of hair, and over time I realized that I did not have like a cohesive sort of plan for it. And I think that really sort of disappointed me, made me a little bit more like disappointed in the drawing because I really liked the dress. And so I was like, I really want the hair to like look good and look like it matches everything. And so I had originally recorded, I think, a little bit of audio for this end part, but as you'll see in a second, I actually changed the end part. As you'll see. So I, after filming, got out my gouache paints and decided to just put a few dabs of color on a tray and change the hair, and I made sure to record it in case I needed to use it. I think the like white pen that I had used to highlight the hair really like sort of made it turn gray, and that's what made me really want to do it. So yeah, I used this like lovely gouache paint that I have to really fix the mistake that I had made. I think I ended up using it for like some highlights in her dress and things like that, and I made the hair look a lot nicer. And I guess that is to say, at the end of this video, it's always nice to remember that you have like more tools at your disposal. I mean, I think in digital art, a lot of the time you sort of feel like, oh, like digital art is one of the like easiest ways to like fix, you know, my traditional art, and there's no like equivalent for traditional art. But in this case, an equivalent is, you know, taking out some opaque paint and painting over whatever my mistakes were. And that also goes for like other drawings. You can put like a little piece of paper and draw on your mistake, and I was so much happier with this drawing once I did the gouache on top of her hair. I think it really made it like... I didn't have enough of a vision for the hair, but I felt like it really made it come together with the dress. It really like complemented the dress. And yeah, I hope that you liked this drawing, and maybe you liked all the other stuff and the bugs and the book and my little game. And let me know if you want to see more sort of random art prompts from me, if you want more like sit down videos where I like just kind of sit and draw. I have sort of a new setup for filming now that I'm at the time of making this video is way after when I filmed this video. So I have definitely a new art setup, and I'm hoping to do some like live streaming for art soon. So just let me know what you want to see and what you liked from this. And also shout out again to Wayne Anderson, the artist who created the original The Perfect Match book. And design the characters that inspired me to like make this video and stuff like that, and inspired me a lot when I was, you know, a young child who, like, you know, my mother was an artist, my family is full of artists, and you can always find like something new to be inspired by. And when I was a kid, I just really loved that book, so I'm happy it's still around. Have a good day. Oh, also like and subscribe.